Hi, I'm going to do a reading on the MH370 flight that disappeared and has not been found since it flew out on March 8th, I believe it was, 2014. It's been that long. I can't believe. I remember it going missing. And there's been a lot of theories put forward that the captain was going through a hard time, with his marriage was depressed, may have locked the co-pilot out somehow and crashed the plane, or maybe that wasn't it. Maybe there was a hijacker, because the plane did go off of a path that it had a predetermined course, flight path, but there are claims that this pilot had wiped some data off of a simulation machine that he had. So it's really up in the air, and nobody's found the plane yet. The other aspect is there was a tremendous amount of corruption in Malaysia's government at the time, too. And this had people trying to investigate being arrested, being silenced. So there was problems all the way around. Let's just take a look and see if we can see with the cards what happened, with all due respect to the families of those lost and to those lost that were on that flight. There were 200 and I believe 39 people on board. And I can't remember whether that included the cabin crew or not. So I'm going to use a Haunted House Tarot deck, and I'm going to read and see what the universe will give us to understand about what happened to that flight. And will it be found? So what happened to Flight 370 that was headed from Kuala Lumpur, it was coming out of Kuala Lumpur, and it was headed to Beijing International Airport? What happened to that flight? Why did it obviously crash somewhere? And then unfortunately you had incompetence going on in the Malaysian government at that time, and it affected the investigation. I will provide some links and stuff in the description box. Okay, let's give it a go. Page of Cups. I'm going to read this next, see if I can, well, no, I'll go as I am. All right. And the Chariot. So that's a major arcana and a minor arcana. Well, minor and major, rather. And this is like there's something here that's a bit of a surprise. And I think this is during their travel, during their flight. Some bit of a surprise. Okay. Oh, the Three of Swords. Well, this is heartbreak. This is also considered to be betrayal. This is the Five of Wands. And this shows fighting, arguing. I think there was somebody definitely on that plane that put up a fight. And I believe there was one person that tried to overtake the plane, or that had control, is what I'm getting, of the plane in its movements. I'm getting that here. There was a surprise. It was not expected for the plane. Definitely it said, you know, it had its course, so it going off its course was a surprise. And I'm getting there was a betrayal, a sense of betrayal, and people were trying to fight. Grab two, this one first. This has to do with, here is a man that is involved in this. I think he's the pilot. I would like to know, and I will look up if that pilot was born on it with an air sign. If I think his name was, hold on a second, let me get that. Okay, so just continuing on with Flight 370, the Malaysian air plane that went down and disappeared. What I'm getting is a hijacker. Now, I went ahead and looked up if I could find a birth chart for Captain Ahmed, who was the captain flying that day. Captain Ahmed Zari, I think it was. And yes, Zahari Ahmed Shah. Sorry. I did want to get his name right and I messed it up. But Zahari Ahmed Shah. He had a Pisces moon. I was able to find that out. And I looked at he was a fire sign. He would have been, I believe, a Leo. And the co-pilot was also a fire sign. And I didn't bother to try and see about his moon. But I just don't feel that this guy is either one of these men. When I tapped into, and maybe I should do a reading with him, Zahari, but I don't feel like it was him. I feel like there was an attack. Well, I feel like this is unexpected, a surprise. There was an attack. And I do believe some people in the plane tried to fight this. And I believe it was by this man, a King of Swords. And in this case, he would have been of an air sign. I believe the universe is really giving me a strong indication that he was not this man isn't, but the man responsible for bringing that flight down was not the pilot or the co-pilot, but a unexpected hijacker right here. And here's my hijacking kidnapping card. And here's the travel card, the flight. And this is the unexpected. This is the feeling of victory. This person is proclaiming a victory. You see what the vibe is going on here? And there is like the 10 of Pentacles tied into this. It could have been for ransom or for money, demanding some sort of, or flying to a certain place, a homeland, that could be like ancestral land, or this could be to do with getting a lot of money, and maybe both. And most probably both. I believe it was hijacking by an adult. That means somebody 21 and over, male, took control of the flight. I think he attacked the pilot and co-pilot. And that's where I get the cards here of attacking, see, and causing death. I think he killed the pilot and the co-pilot who tried to fight him off. He got into their cabin, is what I'm feeling like. I feel like he managed to slip in there. I feel like he was attacking people maybe in the I'm feeling like maybe even, to be honest, like a stewardess or that part of the crew. And then I feel like we had members of the, I think, on the plane probably trying to intervene. And this man is proclaiming some kind of victory. Do you notice? I'm feeling, well, I can feel the difference. And and in taking this craft, taking possession of this craft, and maybe he just took it for possession of the good of the cause of whatever he believed in, whatever it was, because I'm not gonna even go there. But definitely a hijacking. It ended up in, this is the man that's responsible because it caused just everybody on board. It caused this grand scale event that was deadly. Loss of life. Mass loss of life. So I see it as being terrorism, hijacking. Young guy, too. I'm feeling there's young... He may have had a couple of young accomplices with him. Adult with maybe... For some reason, I'm getting that now. That may have surprised people. Or may have kept others busy while he went toward the cockpit. Just something I'm picking up. Definitely at least him. And I think he definitely could have had a couple helpers. I think they ended up losing control of the plane, though. I think the fight that they were fought off. But I think there's, here's the delay, and they need to look in with a different set of eyes, is what they're saying for the ruins of this crash. It needs to be a different person getting different advice, another perspective on finding the ruin of that plane, because I think it could be found. Oops. Here's water. Yeah, these people were not able to call out for help. I feel like there were hijackers that interfered with this. And I just feel like they weren't able. Whatever happened, they were not able to take control of that plane. The plane went down the water. People fought. People fought tooth and nail. And I feel like there was a man and possibly a young accomplice, but I feel like there was fighting going on, definitely. You can see the drama in the cards. But I do think the message here is, with a different set of eyes, they could find the ruins, because part of the problem was definitely the corruption interfering in the recovery of this plane. This could be another attempt to find it. It's a directed It's energy that's gathered and directed on a certain point or to a certain place or a certain someone. You know, it's activity picking up. And this is hard work and effort, dutifully, you know, to find or to work. This is somebody that's more skilled, very skilled person looking. I see they have a lot of stress, and I see they find something clear. This is decisive with the Ace of Swords, and I believe this could be then information that goes out. It's been found. The Sun, yes, and the Knight of Wands. There's enthusiasm that's been found. I see that it will be found. Flight 370 MH will be found, but it's going to take a different kind of a person and different people than those that set out to do so initially. Somebody that has a different perspective that and follows that. I think they will have studied this and contemplated this flight and what happened for some time, and I believe that they will move forward with a different perspective that helps them to find the plane. Help them, you know, it will be found. Yet in the future. Not terribly far off, probably within 5 years. If not sooner, I think. But, you know, with the tarot,